Turinen's time, which was originally sited in downtown Auckland by a New Zealand sculptor called Further along is the Windsor Geordie, built in Edinburgh and sailed out here on her own bottom, a coal-powered steam tugboat. Her biggest claim to fame is that she was involved in building the Auckland Harbour Bridge. One of the sections, when it was being floated into place, was struck by a storm, and the Dildy had to steam in place for 48 hours, holding the section in place.
That's the ferry from Auckland City, I think, to Devonport.
Architecture, beautiful veranda homes, some of the early buildings in the Navy. The Navy is basically a self-contained small city with its own libraries and post office and a store and all the things that you'd expect in a small city, including the training base, HMNZS Philomeal, where raw recruits will join and 13 weeks later will come out as trained sailors. The officers taking 22 weeks at HMNZ Philomeal before going into active service. Our New Zealand ships see service from Antarctica all the way to the Middle East, protecting the seaways and the important sea routes that the ships coming to New Zealand use. Our Navy is particularly broadly tasked, as a lot of its work is peacekeeping and emergency mission work, both here in New Zealand and in the islands.
Yeah, in Devonport.
The part of the base that we're just passing now, looking in towards that bright yellow crane, is Calliope Docks, the last working dry dock in New Zealand. Now managed by Babcock Industries. It used to be the training ground for all of the naval apprenticeships in the shipbuilding, but none of that happens with the Navy anymore. It's all commercially contracted out.
this is where the Marine Army seaport. And do you need it anymore or no? Must be heaps of fish, yeah. Yeah. Oh, the other side is the city.
Out to our right, you'll see a large white apartment building. It's on Stanley Point. when it was built in the 1960s, Auckland didn't have very good protection rules in place. So the developer was able to push it through. It quickly then faced large amounts of protest, and the rule change to prevent any other building in Stanley Point, which the small narrow roads can't take that any more cars. Stanley Point now though, originally had a problem with people collecting cannonballs that had been fired into the cliff back in the day when the Navy used cannonballs and practiced against the cliffs. Nowadays it's erosion from cyclones that's causing the problem. As you can see, the extensive amount of slips and remediation work happening along the tops of the cliffs.
We still in Devonport. Yeah, it's on here, but yeah. Hmm? So we're leaving Devonport now, going back to the city, Auckland City. Shore to the city.
We're now approaching the 1,000-metre Auckland Harbour Bridge, opened in 1959. This engineering marvel revolutionised travel between Auckland and the North Shore. Before the bridge, the fastest way across was ferry, or a 50-kilometre road trip. The bridge shortened that trip to 10 minutes. This transformation was so significant that about 16 ferry companies went out of business overnight. After 4 years of hard work from hundreds of labourers, the bridge was completed ahead of schedule in 1959. In the grand opening in May of that year, attracted an astounding 106,000 people. That's a massive number for the time and the population of Auckland at the time. And they were invited to walk across and celebrate the new connection. Originally built with 4 lanes, they quickly proved insufficient, and a Japanese company came up with a solution where they lifted and clipped on new sections
under the
onto
harbour
the
bridge
outside
right
of the
now.
bridge. You can see those new sections. So effectively we have 3 bridges of one set of faces, which has tremendous pressure on the bridge.
Loading that side.
Approximately 15 minutes of work each, moving to find the first today, the bridge is
What
not
century?
just a place for cars
Yeah,
and
that's from the
motorcycles.
city.
It's also, as you can see under the centre span, but it does move around quite a lot.
Driving Harley high.
Surprisingly, it's mostly
This is our harbor bridge. That's our city side. Yeah, so we are now under the
forward to our left. For those who aren't watching the bungee jumping, there's a little island in the distance. That's called Watchman's Island. In 1906, it was registered with the Auckland City Council plans to build a house on the island, including a pedestrian tunnel out to the island. The advent of World War I curtailed the building of it, but the plans are still lodged.
See, this is the harbor bridge.
Behind us, in the distance, that big orange building is the Chelsea Sugar Works,
Yeah,
formed by the Australasian Sugar Refining Company.
there's a sugar company, Chelsea Sugar
The last
Company.
privately owned commercial wharf in New Zealand, and the sugar works themselves was built as a village city with 5 million bricks fired on site to build the actual sugar works, and there's still a functioning sugar refinery 130 years later. Across to our right at the bottom of the bridge, you can see some white buildings. There are a series of yacht clubs, including the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, home of the America's Cup and hosts. Although how they're hosting it in Barcelona, I'm not sure. Over behind those yacht clubs and the breakwater is the suburb of St Mary's Bay. Before the harbour bridge and the motorway and the marina were built as a result of that, it was a lovely white sandy beach. It was very popular with Aucklanders due to its close proximity to the central city and its safe swimming.
Asa-asa may nila. Auckland Harbour Bridge. Crackers. Get your little valley Nathan. Because I saw my little. So we back home.
Dengan bago lang pa, kaya lang po day trip. Ito mo fit, ayoko isi mo jo. Okay lang. Ayun mo. Kasi may kulay ka. Pasla ako yaman yung sisigaw alam ko na kina. Pasya ay di masa niya. Ano nagmamasa sisigaw?
So we're back here in West Haven, I think. This will be very nice at night time, the lights. But somewhere lila. Where is it? I like the blue ranges, that's very nice. On the picture here. So that's the ferry probably going to Waiheke or Devonport. So long. Give me your glasses on. Thank you. So this is our trip. Red boat.
I'm not going to a rooftop bar to
Yep.
have a soft drink. I
And
know, so if you guys go up and I'll go do something with this. Find somewhere different. We're walking past the listing of bars. Doesn't have to be the rooftop one.
No, like the walk from here.
Yangi yangi.
What if you go back and see what like road it up?
Kurkens.
Also,
Kurkens and pickles or something. And olives.
The equivalent of probably 4 drinks at the time.
Yeah. Awesome, may for you, my for you, not for you,
Yeah, last Friday.
to be fair, I lost my
So we're back here in West Haven again. This is the other side of this West Haven. Look at my back.
My white glass I got first.
Yeah, but how it broke was the blind was down and we left the kitchen window open and then it got windy and the
We're
blind
back
was
home.
down
We're
and
back here in West Haven. You can't. It's not even been packed yet.
Yeah, so it's going to be two of you versus me.
Similar weight. And then I reckon I reckon Olivia and Ellie will be the same as Luke together. So you two will be the same as Luke, and then me and Daniel will be about the same. It's just about the bounce power.
On we are, so have a good day, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone.